It is time for another drama session, unfortunately. I'm sorry, Bob, you're gonna have to bear with me. So previously, I made a drama video, right? Due to the fact that I got attacked or, trolled, as they like to call it, by 3B content creators. So 3 against 1. Not very nice. So yeah, I felt it was necessary to share my side of the story because I don't think this behavior is okay. So yeah, I made a video. Now, if you haven't seen the first part, by the way, I will put it in the description. And Muya watched that video as well and made his own video, okay? So let's go on and cover that. So he starts by saying this.
This drama ends here. It is over. Finito.
Alright, so I would be completely fine with that if everything in his video was addressed, which it wasn't. And I'll be honest, it just actually left me even more confused. So unfortunately, we still need to talk about this. Also, do not go harass anyone's community if you're watching this video, okay? Please, you won't help anybody. Now, he brings up these 2 comments, boys, and says this.
I want you to think about the nature of these comments. I love this idea. So original. Heart eye emoji. And this is devious. Skull emoji. Do you think these are serious comments made from someone who is genuinely angry? Or just a troll?
So he is saying that he doesn't have an issue with my video that I did, right? That used his idea. That he was just joking, trolling or whatever, right? But if we look at this next reply, he calls what I did theft. And by the way, no emojis here, okay? It feels to me like this is contradicting. Am I wrong? Like, I genuinely do not understand. Like, it doesn't feel like a joke. Also, I think that it's like such a cop-out to begin with, that you can just write whatever you want, add an emoji, and just fall back to I was just trolling. Also, by the way, in general, text messages or tweets or whatever, sometimes people can understand things in a different way. So the message that we want to receive has to be clear over text, is my point. Now, let's continue.
Goosiest left a reply under my post, and I responded by saying this. No need to talk or pay, just don't steal other people's ideas. This seems pretty serious, until you look at the full tweet, which included a GIF with a caption stating, "It's as simple as that."
So he is saying over here that his message looks serious until you see a shrimp gif. So he's using the shrimp as a cop-out. Now, he denies my offer, does not want to talk it out. He's clearly telling, don't steal other people's video ideas. Shrimp or no shrimp, that is what he said, right? Like, you can't just add like a gif and be like, oh, I didn't mean any of that. Now, another content creator with 370,000 subscribers in YouTube comments under Muya's post as well. And he's saying this, which already I feel like it's uncalled for. Like, this issue is between me and Muya, and he just chips in with like a personal attack against my channel. Like, I've never said a single negative thing about any of these creators, right? Before any of this drama. And we can already see what Muya's post is causing, right? So this is why these things should be handled privately to begin with. Or, you know, as he thinks that the whole thing was a troll, should not have posted online in the first place. Because you can't expect everyone to think and react the same way you do. Anyway, Muya saw that comment and even retweeted it, giving it even more exposure. Like, let's hear it from himself.
ShinyOdd, another fake car YouTuber, left this comment, which I retweeted thinking it was quite funny, since, let's be honest, Goosiest is a little samey with some of his titles and thumbnails. Does this mean I'm angry with him? No.
Alright, so he finds it funny because my content seems samey and only picking and choosing the videos with the max graphics in the title, right? Which his channel is, by the way, the exact same way. Like, a lot of similar BeamNG videos, right? And I don't really see why that is like funny to begin with. But then again, we do have like a very different sense of humor. You just don't like that I used your video idea. You called me a thief, remember? Right? No emojis, by the way. Now, another YouTuber, Black Panther, right? It came out of nowhere and saw the Muya's tweet and said, moved on to you now then. And Muya says this.
Then, Black Panther, one of the OGs of fake car videos on YouTube, commented this, which seems serious until you look at the Shannon Sharp wearing a suit gif.
So again, like the best cop-out ever. Like, you can say absolutely anything you want. Just add a random gif to your message. How convenient. Keep in mind, I have not taken any ideas from Black Panther, okay? He's just like inserted himself here with like a snarky comment. I don't know why. And Black Panther also said this. Yeah man, I love waiting until people confront me to add credits to the description. To which I replied, looks like someone didn't do the research. Credit was in the description from the beginning. And he never replied to me on Twitter. But he did later publicly say that it's just his word against mine. So ultimately calling me a liar. Even though he came out with the accusation, right? That I didn't put the video credits in the description at first. But the thing is, I did. Even Muya himself has never mentioned that there was no credits missing at any point, because it has always been there. And Black Panther has never checked the description in the beginning himself, because if he did, he would have seen that it was there. So he just took it out of thin air. I don't know, how is that normal? If you accuse someone, you need to bring the proof, right? Am I crazy? So at this point, it is already 3B content creators attacking my channel, right? And listen, I'm sure they're enjoying it, but I personally think that this is not acceptable behavior. Now, let's quickly go back to the comment, move on to you now then, right? Because Muya did reply to that with this. Wasn't aware that it was a common occurrence. So it already looks like they're kind of teaming up against me for some reason, and Muya comments on that over here.
I replied with this, and I will admit, it does a terribly bad job as coming by as a joke.
So even he seems to realize that it doesn't come off as a joke, so the line is kind of blurred.
But if you look at the entire thread, it quickly becomes clear again that it was just a bit of friendly banter.
A little friendly banter. Okay, I'm straight up accused of lying about not giving credits in the description, and I'm a thief for stealing video ideas. Like, you have a very funny meaning of banter. Banter is also between friends, right? Like, I've never talked to any of these credits before all this, so it does seem like they're like twisting everything to make them look better and like kind of like downplaying things, right? Anyway, let's keep on going.
This Pikachu dude commented, he gave you credit in the description though, which is true. Now, whether it's enough to limit someone's credit to just a few words in a video description that, let's be honest, only a couple people will ever see, is a whole other argument, which is highly dependent on personal opinion.
Alright, so let's touch on that as well. So he's saying that adding credits just in the description is not enough, and honestly, for the first time I can understand that logic. I should have put it in the video as well. Lesson learned. But the fact that he brought that up, that means that it is bothering him, right? He wouldn't have said it otherwise. So it's not all memes and trolling, so he's a little upset about it. But like, just be honest and straightforward, you know, that's all I wanted from the beginning, just, you know, to clear the air.
In my personal opinion, Goosiest could have done a better job of letting his viewers know where he took inspiration from. But to think I would be mad about this, especially when he gave his own spin to the concept, and especially when I've been a source of inspiration for many others before him, is just crazy.
Okay, so now we're literally like on a little loop over here. So on one hand, he seems to be upset, but says he's not. Maybe I am going crazy over here, but it's like two different opinions on the same thing.
In fact, I do not even have the words to express how proud I am that my content is so widely appreciated that people look at it as a source of inspiration.
Well, actually, you do have words for it. Let me quote you, okay? All creators know that this is basically theft. No need to talk or pay, just don't steal other people's ideas. So I feel like you give him mixed signals over here. Now, in his response video, he addresses the fact that he called me a thief as well, so let's listen to that.
But then, why don't I proceed to accuse Goosiest of theft? To put it simply, I'm an idiot. I made the mistake of quickly typing something up while in line at a museum and not thinking much about what I said. And in the process, I failed to make it clear that all this was just me having a little fun with the situation and being a troll. So for that, I'm sorry, Goosiest.
So he tries to apologize here for that, but then cops out again by saying he was just having some fun and he was being a troll. Like, do you guys see the pattern over here as well? Am I the only one? Like, whatever they say, it is memes and trolling. Every single word. Sometimes with emojis, sometimes with GIFs, sometimes without. Like, it is all my fault for not understanding.
With all this information, you should have also come to the conclusion that my YouTube comment, my original Twitter post, as well as the majority of replies under it, were pretty clearly not serious and meant no harm.
Listen, man, all you needed to do was give me like one honest answer, like how you feel about the video, right? And all this could have been avoided. Instead, other people jumped on the board as well and started attacking me on Twitter, okay? The content creators and your own fans as well on Twitter. Now, you guys know that all this started on Twitter, and I made the first YouTube video about all this, okay? And this is his response to my first YouTube video.
And seeing him escalating the situation to YouTube, despite saying he wanted to avoid beef, was unexpected and kinda contradicting.
So let's talk about this, okay? First of all, contradicting from him, huh? When I said I do not want any beef, that is exactly what I meant. But this was before they started ganging up against me on Twitter. You made this a public issue in the first place, not me. And no, it does not matter that it was on Twitter. And I feel like that shouldn't be okay with any number of views. Also, after the personal attacks and lies, I do think that our fans actually deserve to know what is going on. Now, we are gonna talk about the fact that I tried to contact him directly as well before all this started. This was the video where I used his idea, right? So let's see what he has to say about this.
Goosiest, if you really wanted to contact me directly, you could have easily done it.
That is exactly what I wanted to do. I went through Discord, right? I couldn't. Next step was to DM you through Twitter, because most content creators do have Twitter, and it is just easy to send a private message on Twitter. Now, when I opened up your Twitter profile, Muya, you have already made that issue public. And even then, I didn't decide to make a video. Over there on Twitter, I wrote you the same thing that I did on YouTube, right? Said if you have an issue with the video, let's talk it out. I can give you money or more credits. Problem solved. You know, gave you solutions and said let's talk it out. Your response to that was that you do not want to talk and you do not want payment. Instead, you told me not to steal your video idea, which started a very rapid, like a snowball effect that we already covered earlier. Also, by the way, for information, the video idea itself, like every time I crash, I do X thing. Muya did not invent this idea. For example, C-Trader made a Forza Horizon 4 video back in the day, but yes, I did base my video on yours. But instead of doing it the same exact way like you did, I did it in Forza Horizon 5, which that's a game you don't even play at the moment, I believe. So I thought having like your channel link in the description was more than enough, but you know, here we are. Anyway, back on topic.
By far the best method to reach out privately is emails.
As someone who doesn't check their emails that often, that was my third option after Twitter DMs. But you know, things didn't go according to the plan. Also, I mean, he could have contacted me first as well if he was having an issue with my video, right? Well, listen to that.
But you see, I never had an issue with him in the first place.
Except, you know, I'm a thief for stealing your video idea.
And get this, before even thinking of making a response video, I actually tried contacting Goosiest directly through his email. And 4 days later, I still haven't gotten a reply.
Well, I am really glad that you contacted me after everything went down. If you would have not made your issue public on Twitter and instead sent that email, nobody would be watching this video or the previous one. Also, you could have just jumped on my Discord and simply sent me a message over there. My DMs are not blocked. Yours are, because that's why I couldn't DM you through your Discord server.
If you pay attention to his wording, it's all he seems, he doesn't seem, it looks like. He isn't certain about anything.
I'm sorry, what? Says the man using GIFs and emojis to retract everything he has said. Like, you even confirmed yourself earlier that you did like a bad job of making some of your replies look like jokes. No, okay. He continues on saying this.
Also, if I wanted to do it publicly, why the hell would I have chosen Twitter, which is by far my smallest platform with 2,000 followers, instead of my YouTube channel with over 500,000.
Well, I don't know, maybe you didn't want me to find out about that, or maybe you just wanted to grow your Twitter, I don't know, but the fact is that you did.
And then, on his own, proceeds to escalate the situation further and comes to the conclusion that I do not like anything he does.
Yeah, absolutely. You did not want to talk to me. You didn't want to take any of my offers to settle the issue. You told me not to steal your video ideas, called me a thief, and when under your tweet, other creators jumped in on the Goosiest hate train or whatever. You seem to enjoy that. I mean, you could have told them like, hey, it's chill, I actually don't mind him using my video ideas. But no, you retweeted one of those personal attacks as well for even more exposure, and then continue to have fun with the other creator about my Max Graphics videos, right? So yeah, I'm sorry that I thought that maybe, and I did say maybe, you generally didn't like me. I had like a little suspicion there. Like, is that really too crazy to think after all that? His ancestors would draw Max Graphics cave paintings on hunting sessions every 2 days.
He laughed! He laughed at my joke! So he gets it, right?
I was laughing, not because your joke was good, but because you guys are having snarky comments about me doing the same type of a video multiple times, you know, in this case the Max Graphics videos. While both of your channels also have a lot of videos that are similar to your other videos.
Goosiest laughs at my joke, but then for some reason proceeds to think that me and Black Panther hate everything about him?
Yeah, again, wasn't laughing at your joke. I mean, you're funny, but you're not that funny. And yeah, that is what I genuinely felt. Since they wanted this to be like a public issue, why not share it with you guys over in YouTube as well, okay?
Why not share that on your YouTube channel with 1.1 million subscribers? Well, because that made the situation so much worse than it ever deserved to be.
I completely agree. Like, this could have been easily dealt with in the beginning privately. I don't know why you brought it up on Twitter. Like, I personally didn't enjoy that, but you know, who cares, right? You guys at least got to have a little bit of fun on behalf of me. Anyway, so what is his like main takeaway from all this?
So, the main takeaway from this is that you should never act based on assumptions. And this doesn't just apply to Goosiest.
Well, I didn't want to act on assumptions. This is exactly why I communicated with you on Twitter and, you know, did my research and sadly confirmed that you did have an issue with me, which we went over already. Like, I literally became a thief and a liar because of the tweet you made. Like, this is not how established content creators should act publicly. And if you do make a troll comment, right, some people reading that will take it seriously. Some of your fans on Twitter did, by the way. And you cannot expect me to respond like you would. Okay, people are different.
But listen, it is what it is, I have no hard feelings, and hopefully this is the last time we have to talk about it.
Okay, this is something we can all agree on, like no hard feelings. I still like Muya's content, just don't agree with his logic. But you know, to be on the safe side, you know, I won't use your video ideas anymore, whether you're okay with it or not, you know, just in case. So, you know, should be smooth sailing from here on out. And boys, once again, do not go harass anybody, just go play video games, and as always, stay sideways, okay? Peace!